about the oil being transported. Remember they had that one where in Congress where they had something about it wasn't Alaskan oil, it was some kind of oil that I think it was from Canada to the U.S. or what it was.
Oh, the pipeline.
Yeah, pipeline. Did they ever pass or did it?
Well, the House and Senate have passed, but it's slightly different versions. They have to do reconciliation.
And then it goes to the president who's going to veto it.
Yeah.
Measure.
Unless he finds out the people are all for it, and then he would sign it like Clinton did with welfare reform. After vetoing it twice, he signed it and then took credit for it. The thing with the oil production reduction is that there's a point at which producing oil to sell at a certain price is actually a losing proposition, and so then they quit producing, they quit exploring, and quit drilling. Mm-hmm. They have to have so much a barrel to justify.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But meanwhile, the overall economy, production of goods is dropping down from a worldwide level.
By the way, the little bit of a spike in the economy during the end of the last year was in large part due to the reduction of gasoline prices. People had more disposable income.
Oh, sure.
And so while they're saying it hurts the economy for oil to go so far down, conversely, it helps the economy for gasoline to get so far down that people have more to spend.
Well, also, the oil industry might be suffering, but their suffering is putting a catalyst in other industries, because when you don't have to spend so much on shipping and delivery of your products,
the price then you go down unless you're the airline industry where the prices just continue to go up and you just make bigger profits. According to Bank of America, the global economy will actually shrink $2.3 trillion in 2015. Mm-hmm. The economy is going to shrink. Less goods and less products being made, which affects oil.
Which the real reason is not just the less goods and less products, it's because people can't afford to buy them.
Mm-hmm. You can't find a way.
One thing that could greatly accelerate our economic problems is a crisis in Greece. If there is no compromise and the new Greek debt deal is not reached, there is a very real possibility that Greece could leave the Eurozone. If Greece does leave the Eurozone, the continual existence of the monetary union will be thrown into doubt and the euro will utterly collapse. If that happens, we could see a massive implosion of $26 trillion of derivatives that are directly tied to the value of the euro. 26 trillion. We are moving to a time of great peril for the global financial markets, and there are a whole host of signs that we are slowly heading into another major global economic crisis.
Yeah, 26 trillion. There could be an impact with that.
Yeah.
That's more money than we have right here at this table.
They're still eating sauteed shrimp at the Greek school.
And remember the 56 cents. That didn't work.
People don't understand what that means to the American worker, though, because in the 80s, 70s, 80s, into the 90s, what did they say? They said to take your the companies are taking their 401ks and investing in European markets. Why? Because American markets weren't doing so good. Now, they don't change that easy. They don't say, hey, the European markets are floundering, let's pull our money out of it. They go, well, let's ride that out because we're in it for the long term. So it's going to be interesting when people go, well, where's my 401k? Oh, we lost it all.
Yeah. Because if they start pulling, that starts dropping rapidly, which leaves whatever is in there going sinking faster.
Yeah, so it's kind of like who's going to pull the trigger first. And when they do, then it's going to be a bad rush.
Yeah. Also, but the problem with that, Brian, you brought up a good point, is now, as of January 1st, it's mandatory. I did not apply for my 401k, and he started putting in there, and I did not go. I said no on the paper, And by January 1st, it's mandatory. You have to have a 401k.
Yeah, and why would they be that way?
Well,
Why would they? Why do you suppose?
well,
Because they're
You're
concerned
storing
about,
up treasure for the government.
because they're concerned about the last years of our lives having quality.
Yeah. But it's actually
People are
what Obama and the government will just be able to latch onto. The more that people put in there, forced savings, you might say, the more that they can steal.
And people are pulling money out of 401k.
You just have
I'm
a
a skeptic.
spiritual. Yeah. You don't realize that the government's really just looking out
They
for
steal it
our
for a
good.
sex change operation.
I need to pray about that, you know.
People are pulling their money out of 401ks, and they have to make sure that they keep
My
it.
attitude,
So they rate it. Like they're on.
Fighting either.
Because
Yeah.
we're running out of Social Security. They have to have something to rate pretty soon.
yeah. So I was kind of shocked though when my wife was there. Goes, "Billy, you got 401k here. You didn't sign up for it." I said, "No, I didn't sign up for it. I put the money in your 401k." What? I didn't even go to the classes or anything. It's mandatory January 1st.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Well, I hope they put it in my hedge fund. But the problem is, you put that stuff in, and you can't take it out just any time, and plus you're penalized for it. And what I don't like about it is the book of Ecclesiastics that you distribute your wealth around. Well, the problem is, they decide where it goes, not you.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah.
And
So what
if
good is
it's
it?
over,
What
they're
good
not
is it?
honored. They're not honored to honor it either. So you could lose it. Yeah, what good?
I'm listening.
Okay. I
Pretty soon.
Yeah, I misput this article, but feminists, I aborted my baby because he was a famous feminist named Lana. I don't know who she is. But anyhow, this goes with the article about...
I knew somebody that actually did that.
Yes. The feminist Lana said after discovering her unborn baby was male, she began weeping at the thought of what she was about to curse the world with, and decided that abortion would make things right. I went in for the procedure as it was fairly later in my pregnancy. I was aware that there were certain risks, but it went off without a hitch, she wrote. My body's betrayal was no more. I was free. I felt strong. I was 60 I had done something positive, something that would actually make a difference, something good, even though, as I would find out, many others wouldn't see it that way. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that.
And the people, it goes on to say, that people gave her a hard time for this. And she says these people are the absolute scum of the earth. Yet to her, it's okay to abort a baby because
they're scum of the earth.
Well, that's just out to China. You're female.
yeah.
Oh, I knew somebody that aborted their baby because she found out it was a male and it would hold the last name of the father, who she despised.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lovely
About
group.
as bad.
Lovely group.
About that. And then no Big Bang. Quantum equations predict the universe has no beginning.
Yeah, it didn't start. It just joined in progress.
Just here.
Just joined in
But I
progress.
don't think it started with the Big Bang.
They're not ready to mix God, but they're...
Yeah,
But now they say that this universe...
the following universe has been joined in progress.
Stop. I don't know who did the math on this one.
Now, about 2 months ago, they came out with one that said that it started with 1 point and they could trace it back to the Flash in nothing that it started from. Which we knew what the Flash was.
Flash Gordon? No.
I still think that's fascinating. That when the male sperm and the female ovum combine to become an embryo, there's a flash.
Yeah, you can see the flash of light.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And then I got this from Brian, and this is my last one. We don't have anything because nobody from our churches, everybody from our churches here.
Yeah.
But godless parents are doing a better job. And this kind of like fits with just what's the lies in our culture today. That Christians are narrow-minded, they're bigoted, they're and I haven't even read the article really.
Well,
you
can just imagine their parents are not going to do an inquisition on them.
Gotta read this one part on here.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. These are the benchmarks, okay?
Yeah.
Overall, not believing in God seems to make people and their offspring more tolerant, less racist, less sexist, environment-friendly, and their kids care less about what's cool. And it says, which, say it with me, only makes them cool.
and what he did put in there is also competitive. Also, that's evil too.
Yeah.
Those Christians are competitive.
I'm very competitive.
We're all evil. Maybe I get those glowing horns.
Because we're all pressing.
They were the ones who wear the gold.
And we don't want to give prices out.
The beautiful glowing horns.
Participation trophies is the one of the most evil
Brian's
things I've ever
pretty
done.
competitive, that's for sure.
Because the past week, after that Super Bowl, I've been bad enough to Katy Perry on the air all the time.
Well,
and I don't care.
What's the one last week where you said that kids had to take off their
I sit down and competitive between you and your family, your brothers.
Hey, listen to that one. What? No, about the one you said last week about the kids having to close up their poop inspector.
Yeah.
What?
Down in Texas, they had
Texas is pretty smart sometimes.
they had a serial pooper, and so the kids had to drop their drawers and I heard they had poop in their pants, which
Rather than cereal.
That concludes this edition of The Last 7 Days. The opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of Spreaker or GJRB. Join us next time here on Spreaker for another podcast of The Last 7 Days on GJRB. Watch. Pray. For you not know what hour the Son of God will return. Prophecy, New World Order, terrorism, economic collapse, wars, pandemics, Israel. When they say peace, then cometh sudden destruction. Volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, signs in the heavens. Keep up with world news and events you hear on GJRB's News on the Hour. Go to End Time Headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. With a lot of chaos happening, keep in touch with End Time Headlines and GJRB. Way Out There is back with more strange and bizarre stories, including strange but true, and a strange kind of shark they found in Australia. This thing looks like something out of a horror movie. We'll be talking about that. And a story of a strange encounter with an alien creature, and more Way Out fun. Way Out There returns Friday, February 20th, live at 1 p.m. Central on GJRB. The mainstream media is not telling you the truth. They have their own agenda. At GJRB, I have mine, telling you what's really going on with sources like End Time Headlines, InfoWars, Coast to Coast AM, and most importantly, CBN News, keeping you on top of what's happening at the top and bottom of each hour during the Gary Rustin program. I'll give you the news and analysis of what I think with Gary J's News and Comment. Get the real news. True news. News that's not in the mainstream. On GJRB. Another Radioland coming soon on GJRB Online.
This is GJR Broadcasting.